Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. The sun had already dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the studio where Bradley Walsh sat alone, a mug of untouched tea warming in his hands. The world had always seen him smiling, on screens, in living rooms, in theaters, but tonight there was no audience, no laughter track. Tonight, Bradley was just Bradley. For decades, he had been the man who could do it all: sing, act, host, charm the nation with a grin that seemed to promise nothing but joy. And yet, for all the accolades and applause, there had been an emptiness he carried silently, one that he had mastered hiding behind a practiced cheerfulness. "I've spent my life making people laugh," he began, his voice low, almost fragile. "And I suppose I've gotten quite good at it. But laughter is funny, isn't it? You can hide anything behind it, even pain." Bradley's eyes glistened, not with the rehearsed sparkle of a camera-ready smile, but with something raw, human. There were nights when I'd walk off stage, hear the applause fade, and feel this nothing, just emptiness sitting with me like an old friend I never wanted. It was the first time he had spoken about the heartbreak that had shadowed him for years, the loss of his father when he was young, the battles with self-doubt that whispered he wasn't enough, the constant pressure of living up to a persona everyone adored. The pain had been there all along, yet invisible. "I remember one evening," he continued, voice catching, "I came home after a long shoot, and I just sat there, staring at the ceiling. I'd just hosted a game show where hundreds of people had laughed at my jokes, and I cried, because no one knew. No one could see that I was struggling inside. I felt like I was living someone else's life." Bradley paused, as if gathering strength to go on. "People think fame is everything. They see the bright lights, the red carpets, the cameras flashing, but it can be isolating. You're surrounded by people all the time, yet you feel invisible. And the hardest part? You don't know who you can really trust with the truth." Yet amid the heartache, there was a flicker of hope, a reason he had chosen to finally speak out. "I realized," he said slowly, "that hiding it doesn't make it disappear. And pretending I'm okay for the sake of appearances, that doesn't help anyone. Not me, not my family, not anyone who might be suffering silently like I was." He took a deep breath and smiled faintly, a shadow of the grin that had once been his armor. "I want people to know that it's okay not to be okay. That strength isn't always about putting on a brave face. Sometimes real strength is about admitting you're hurting and then letting someone in." The studio was silent now, the kind of silence that isn't empty but heavy with understanding. Bradley Walsh, the man who had made millions laugh, had peeled back his layers to reveal a truth far more compelling than any punchline, a truth that was real, painful, and deeply human. "I don't regret the smiles I've shared," he said finally, voice steady, "but I hope that by sharing my own pain, someone out there feels less alone, that they know it's okay to speak, to cry, to admit that life can be unbearably hard sometimes, because we're all in this together, even if it doesn't feel like it." And with that, the man who had spent a lifetime shining for others allowed himself to be seen, fully and honestly, in the dim glow of a studio where nothing but truth remained.